I would really like to answer the question you typically start out with of who you are and then what do you do and who are you, or
Yeah.
however you usually phrase it, and how there's a distinction between those two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it cool if I do that?
So not only are we going to include this question, we're going to include the ramp up to this question. Then I'm going to ask a question to lead into that question. Why did
So meta.
so meta? Um, why did you ask for us to ask that question? Because honestly, that was something that we're like, oh, maybe we leave that in season 3. Each season we kind of think about a different question. But why did you think about that as a question that you wanted us to ask you?
I think it's an incredibly important question, especially for people who are full-time freelancers who can, or for anybody who can just get incredibly immersed in their work. It's so easy, especially in our modern American society, to define your life by what you do. And
Yeah.
we're in this constant grind, hustle, hustle, hustle culture. The busier you are, the more important you are, sort of mentality. And I just think it's really important to step back and say, you can do some amazing things and have a really cool career, but that is not the end all be all of who you are as a person. And I just really like that question. And I think it's a really important distinction to make. So if I may,
Yes.
I'm going to
And
do the
also it's here. It's
second
here
part
for
of the
season 4 too. Now it's here. It's here forever, actually. I thank you so much, because it was one of those things where you're like, okay, is it resonating? How do people feel about it? So each season we try to like change it. Thank you so much for validating the importance of it. It's here. Michelle, it's here, right? We're just going to keep it now.
I love it.
All right. So I get to ask it. Marley, who are you and what do you do?
So I'm gonna answer the second part of the question first.
Okay.
What I do is, broadly speaking, science communications. So I am a photographer, a videographer, and a writer, and I specialize in going out with research teams and documenting science in remote parts of the world. That's what I do professionally. Who I am fundamentally as an individual is kind of a fierce, small but mighty, strong-minded human that has always really had a tendency for taking the road less traveled, or forging my own path. And being a storyteller in that way.
Can I add to the question now?
Go for it.
This is the season 4 evolution. What impact do you want to be known for? Single impact.
Something along the lines of, it's okay to want more from your life. It's okay to want something different from what everyone else is doing. It's also okay to not know where exactly your life is going to go. It's okay to not have a perfect plan. And life is long, and there is time to figure it out. And it's okay to, not only is it okay, but it's incredibly empowering and fulfilling to forge your own path and, build a life that is different from what everyone else is doing.